sugar, spice, and everything nice.
These are the nails. I'm ready to be rejected. I'm ready to be disappointed fast. It can move that fast, but I'm not gonna. I just grew up watching fiction and fantasy. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Are you allies? So today I'm actually gonna be doing my nails, but it's not gonna be like a nail video for real. It's gonna be just me talking to you guys about some things that I'm working on. Like, you can tell by the title of the thumbnail of the thing that I'm working on. But I'm just gonna be doing my nails while I'm talking to you guys because I really need to do them because I have a nail biting problem if you have not been on my channel before. And because I have this nail biting problem, I bite my nails and then I maybe feel an itch on my arm or my leg, and then I go to scratch, and then because my nails are left very sharp and jagged, they end up scratching, like actually cutting myself with my own nails. So I always just kind of put fake nails on because that's a reason why I put fake nails on, aside them being just, you know, cute. But that's the reason I put fake nails on, because they're not sharp enough to actually like literally scratch me. Also, I'm gonna show you guys the fake nails that I got. You probably already seen them if you've seen like my unboxing videos before, but if you haven't, then I'll just show you guys like the variety that I have. But yeah, so okay, so I have some old ones. Also, sorry about the glare in my glasses. I was playing in makeup and I can't get, you know how you can't get like all of the like under black liner off? I can't get it all off and I don't like the way it looks on camera. So I put these glasses on to distract you guys from that. However, you can see my ring light in the back in my not the rear view, but the reflection of my glasses. So just try to ignore that, try to excuse that, and let's move on. These are like the glasses. I mean, not the glasses. These are the nails. Lots of bows. These are like a regular set. I honestly don't like how these are really pink because that does not look like my nail bed, and I didn't think about that until just now. These are cute. I have the same. I have doubles. So this is the same type of nail. Then I have white, and then I have this type, which honestly this will kind of go with what I'm wearing right now, but I don't know if I want to wear these. Honestly, I'm gonna choose one of these, but we're not, like I said, the focus is actually not the nails. So I actually want to talk to you guys about something that I'm working on, and it's a book, as you can tell by the title and thumbnail. I just finished plotting. I do like reading books, I like writing, and I've been thinking about this for a while, so I just like decided to bite the bullet and just write my own book. So I am writing a book. I know, right? So exciting, so exciting, so exciting. I want to be traditionally published, so I've been watching a lot of videos and getting a lot of information about how to become traditionally published. And yeah, it's gonna be a long process, and I think I'm prepared. Hopefully I'm prepared. Let's pick a nail. Then I'm gonna go with these ones. I don't know why, I just think I'm gonna go with these ones. I've been just working on my book for a while now, and like I said, I want to be traditionally published, and I know that a lot of times when it comes to like these book journeys and stuff, it's gonna be a while, you know, it's gonna be a while. So I don't expect, you know, obviously sometimes things blow up and everything goes well, but I honestly don't expect it to just for everything to come easy. Like I'm prepared for the road. I'm prepared for the long road ahead, and I think, you know, I'm ready to be rejected. I'm ready to be disappointed, and yeah, so I'm just going in there with the expectations. I have hope, don't get me wrong, I have hope, but I'm not gonna just be like, oh my gosh, like as soon as I get done writing, I'm gonna find an agent. As soon as my agent reads it, we're gonna find a publisher, like I'm not expecting it to move that fast. It can move that fast, but I'm not gonna expect it to, because that's not the reality of the things that happen. Also, side note, this is like very authory attire, like the glasses, the browns, the shawl. I didn't even mean to do this. I honestly just wanted this necklace to be very prominent because I like it so much, but that's why I wore like the low cutting so that you can see the necklace more. And I put the shawl on because I didn't want y'all to see my arms too much, but it actually works. It's very authory. I think it's very fitting for this video. If you guys want to know what my book is about, let me open this real quick. Let me actually fit the nails, then I'll be back. Okay, I'm gonna figure out which nails go where, then I'm gonna be back to talk to y'all. Okay, so now that I have all of my nails sorted, I can tell you guys what my book is about. FYI, I'm using, instead of the glue as usual, you know, I'm using just the foundation of like base gel foundation or whatever to act as the adhesive between my nail and the fake nail. My book is going to just be about a group of teenagers who have to fight this like otherworldly king, or they're gonna die basically, and that's all I'm gonna reveal, because there's not a lot of no one really knows that I'm writing this book right now, and so I don't want to like give too much and like no one's interested. Obviously I'm going to talk about my book regardless of whether people want to read it or care to read it or whatever, but I just don't want to reveal too much right now, so that's all you're gonna get. I've always liked writing and stuff. Like I've been like writing since like the 4th grade or whatever, and it's just been like I've always written and just kind of like threw it away, because like obviously I'm like, no one's gonna read this, no one's gonna want to like sit down and actually read this. And honestly, I wasn't the biggest reader, but I was more of a writer than a reader, and now I am a reader and a writer. And like some books that I've read is like Legendborn. I'm on the 2nd book of Legendborn, Bloodmarked, and oh my gosh, I'm in the middle. It's so good right now. Like I don't know, I've heard some mixed reviews about it, but I'm reading it for myself just to see what it's about. Obviously, like I've read the 1st one, I might as well finish it. The 3rd one's coming out in March. Can't wait for that to happen. That's what I was talking about. I always like, you know, writing more than reading, and so, you know, I used to write like cute little stories and stuff. I was a Wattpad girly. I did write on Wattpad, wrote a lot of fiction, fantasy, and like I'm still into fiction and fantasy. I think I'll always be into fiction and fantasy because I just grew up watching fiction and fantasy. I think that's just kind of like my genre, and I think I could probably put a little bit of romance in it, but as far as the romance and stuff, I'm more into the fiction type of stuff. Don't get me wrong, I love a good romance, and I probably can see myself writing romance in the future, but as of right now, I just want the fiction a lot more, the adventure type of thing. Plotting my book honestly took quite a bit. It really did. I mean, I already had the main like concepts and ideas of what I wanted to happen. Just already had this kind of like idea of what I wanted them to go through and what I wanted them to represent, but it was just kind of also hard because I was like, I wanted to be really, really good. So obviously, like, it took me, this is like my first ever book ever, you know, this is like a debut novel, book, manuscript, whatever. And so I needed it to be, I wanted to have like a good storyline, good scenes, a lot of character development. And so yeah, and I took a while on the plotting because also with plotting, I kind of got carried away and I kind of started writing a bit too much. So I kind of got, you know how like when you're plotting and then you actually start writing and you're like, you have to tell yourself like, no, this is just, you're just outlining, you're just plotting it, you're not actually writing it. So I had to keep telling myself that over and over and over again. I honestly though, I didn't mind that I was taking a while because like I said, I'm already expecting me to have to like take a while on the book and it to not just become like something super big and fancy like overnight. Like I know it's gonna be a long road ahead, and I think I'm prepared for it to be long. So, you know, I'm taking my time, not too much time, but I am taking my time because I want it to be as perfect as it can be before I start writing and before I start, like, you know, after I get done writing, querying and all that other type of stuff. And so I'm just trying to, I've been watching like a lot of videos and getting like a lot of information from, you know, Google and stuff, because I want to, like, a lot of people like say what their mistakes were, and so I just kind of want to make sure that I don't make the same mistakes, which I mean I might, and if I do, then oh well. This is what the nail looks like so far, like just to get you guys a clear little reading on that. Some more books that I watched, it feels like you're watching it but you're actually reading it, but some more books that I've read was Children of Blood and Bone, which I'm also aware that they are actually making a movie about Children of Blood and Bone right now, and I think like they have like Viola Davis is going to be in it, Idris Elba's going to be in it, like it's going to be like a lot of big stars in the movie, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is like a dream come true. Like I get to finally see this on the big screen, you know, and I think a lot of people are happy about that. That's interesting, right? I haven't started writing physically, like actually writing the novel yet. I think I'm I think I'm kind of a little nervous. I definitely don't have writer's block because I think about it all the time. I think about like scenes and new things to add or take away and stuff like that. Like, I think about it all the time. I think I'm just kind of, you know, nervous, which I hate that I feel this way. But I honestly feel like what if the first couple of pages, you know, stuff like that, like the prologue and everything, I'm just like, like, I just hope that I'm definitely going to, and I know that there's going to be a lot of things to edit. And one thing that I want to try to remind myself during the actual writing process when I get there is that this is going to be your first draft, and it's not going to be perfect, and it's going to be what it is. And you just have to remember that there's going to be more drafts to come, more things to fix. And again, that's okay. Another thing that I was kind of worried about was, well, two things. Was one, the magic system. So obviously, like, if you've read or watched fantasy or just taken in any type of media that involves fantasy, like, everything has like a every like fantasy thing kind of has a magic system and rules to what you can and can't do. And so I just wanted to kind of lay out the rules and stuff like that, and have it to where, like, you know, the reader can trust you that those rules will apply and stuff. And so I've been like watching a lot of interviews with like actual authors that written about their magical systems and stuff like that, and that was like advice that they gave to, you know, just make sure that the reader can trust you about the magical system, and, you know, have it flexible enough to where when things do change, that it's like you can understand why it's changing and it'll make sense. And another thing that I was kind of worried about was like trying to make my characters, because they're going to be different. They're going to be very different characters, but they're also going to have to somehow work together and get past that. And so I was kind of worried about them being too different or too alike. I was just nervous that maybe they wouldn't mesh well. Like I said, if people really ask or are really interested about it, then I'll answer like questions and stuff. But for right now, I'm revealing very, very, very little about it. Another thing that I'm not like worried about, but I'm actually excited about it, is like, I love when there is a good villain. Like, I love when like a villain is just a villain. Like, if you've been watching my vlog for a while, then you've probably seen like my other room, because obviously I'm in a college dorm right now, but my actual room at home, I have a poster of the Heath Ledger Joker, and I think he was the absolute best Joker to ever exist, and he was just such a good villain. And I just want, like, I'm just so excited because I really, really, really want to write like a good villain where like gosh, I hate him, but gosh, he's such a good villain. I'm kind of excited about that part. I'm not really worried about it. I'm more excited about that. Also, what I've noticed and what I've like heard a lot from like watching other people's YouTube videos and like other like authors and stuff like that is that, like, apparently, I guess YouTube booktube isn't as like popular or whatever as like book talk, and like obviously like TikTok stuff is going to be a lot more popular, but like I'm just like, wow, like I'm really surprised, because on YouTube I like watching book stuff more on YouTube than TikTok. I mean, obviously for recommendations I like to, you know, watch TikTok videos, but as far as like the helpful stuff, I like watching that on YouTube because I feel like I'm getting like real authentic information that is useful. Another thing that I'm kind of just like nervous about, and this isn't about the book itself, this is more of a me thing, a me issue that I need to take care of myself, and that is because I have the tendency, and I hate that I have this tendency, but I have it, so I'm gonna say it out loud. I have the tendency to like start stuff and not finish it, or like towards like the middle or like the end, you know, I tend to get like, oh, like let me just like run through it and try to hurry up and finish it, just to be done with it. And I don't want to do that with this. Like, I really don't want to do that. I do that with like school work sometimes. I do that with like working out sometimes. And I'm like, I don't want to just like get to a point where I'm like, oh, I just want to get it done. I want to like go through it passionately and like wholeheartedly and just put everything in it every step of the way. I don't think I've ever been as serious about anything as serious I am about this like book. I want to make sure that I put everything in it every step of the way and not just start half-aing it. I think I actually heard another author say that too, though. Like towards the end she was like she just kind of rushed it, and someone, I think it was her agent or something, she was like, yeah, you know, I just kind of finished that, but I'll go back and, you know, fix it. And you can always go back and fix it. Effort the effort has to be there, the effort needs to be there. So I am finished actually applying all the nails on with the base gel. This is what they look like so far. Super cute. I don't think I'm gonna have to shape these as much. Normally, like when I put Shein nails, that's where I got these nails from, Shein. Normally when I put Shein nails on, I'd be having to shape them because they kind of have an ugly shape. But these nails, their shape isn't ugly, actually. Their shape is pretty cute. But I'm just gonna shape them a little bit, and then we'll put the top coat on, and then we'll be done. Okay, so done with the shaping. Like I said, very little shaping required, like literally 0 to none. Well, that's the same thing. I don't know why I said that. Now I'm just gonna go over and paint like a top gel on these because it makes them, to me, in my opinion, like shinier and, you know, glossy, all that other type of stuff. So now after I just painted my did the top coat layer on my left hand, so I'm letting that basically just dry. If you guys have any like questions or just like comments that you want to say, then you can just like leave them in the comments below, because I would love to answer like questions and stuff. I know like a lot of people, and I was kind of nervous about this too, because I was like when you're like entering into like not a new, I guess, hobby or whatever, but like when you're like looking into stuff, like let's say you're about to get into crocheting or whatever, and then they're like, no, you can't use this type of crochet, you have to use this type of like cloth or these type of crochet needle or whatever. And like that's the same thing how it was with like writing, because I was like, oh my gosh, like do I need all of this stuff? Like this, I think is one of the things is called like scrivenger or like scavenger or something, and then like another thing was called this, and another thing called that. And someone was like, all you need is Google Docs. Like that's all you need. That's all you can get, like pencil and paper, maybe some posters so you can physically like see stuff. But at the end of the day, all you really need is Google Docs to write what you want to write. And Google Docs is like the best thing because you can use Google Docs on your phone, which I'm happy for, because a lot of times I don't feel like bringing my MacBook out to write. So sometimes, like a lot of times I would just be like writing on my phone, maybe even my iPad if I just was already on it or something. So that's why I just like Google Docs. Also, it saves automatically. Like you can press one thing and then it'll like say saved, change or whatever in like the top of the left type of screen. So that's why I was like, I like Google Docs a lot because I'm just used to Google Docs. I also used Google Docs like my whole middle school to high school to even now. I just use Google Docs. So that's why I'm like, I'm just gonna keep using Google Docs. Like there's no reason to switch it up now, you know. So yeah, one thing I've kind of been like iffy about is like the title. Like when I see like a lot of different like books and authors and stuff, they're always like, you know, the title really matters and this and that about the title. And like my title, it's like cool, but it's not as like gravitate. It's not like, I mean, it's a title, but it's not like a, you know. But I'm just like, I mean, I've been calling it what it is for so long, and I just don't think that I can change it now. Like I wouldn't even know what to change it to. Like, and it makes so much sense to me why the title is called what the title is called, but I'm just like, it's not as like, you know, catchy, I guess. I mean, to me it's catchy because I've been saying it the whole time, but I just don't know. Okay, so I don't know, I've been like, should I keep the title, should I change the title, what should I do? I don't know. I think for right now I'm gonna keep it though, because it just makes so much sense to me. Like I just can't, I don't know what else I could even call it. Okay, so this is what the nails look like. Super cutesy, super. And I think, like, you know how I said like the top coat, like I feel like it makes it like shinier, you know. So this is top coat and all, and yeah, this is the nails. Very cutesy, very cute. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said, it wasn't like a very normal like nail video, whatever. I didn't really show the process or anything, but I did talk about my book, and I hope you guys are interested in that. So yeah, like, comment, and subscribe. Leave a comment down below, and if you have questions or anything about what we talked about here today, and I will be seeing you guys later.